Get ready to be moved by an inspiring story that will tug at your heartstrings. Today we bring you a remarkable tale of an elephant that endured 5 decades in chains. The animal's astounding reaction after being liberated will leave you in awe. Nothing is more endearing than witnessing an animal in happiness, especially one that has endured years and years of abuse and neglect, which is the situation a kind elephant found itself in after 50 years. But before we get there, we have another fascinating tale to share with you that would make your day. Some of you may already be acquainted with the tale, but it deserves to be listened to as many times as you want since it is so unique. Even though it seems absurd to consider it now, having unusual pets was not uncommon in the 1960s, during a time when society was not widely educated on the inappropriateness of keeping exotic animals as pets. The department store Harris in London was notorious for selling big cats, elephants, and even camels to eager customers. While such practices would be deemed unthinkable today, the lack of awareness during that era allowed for such unethical transactions to take place. This mindset led 2 guys by the names of Randall and Burke to buy a lion cub from the shop and take him home. They named the lion Christian. They loved the animal and provided him with the best life they could, although they had no idea how to raise a lion properly. They didn't even know what the best diet could be for that cub. But you should not be this clueless when it comes to your dog's nutrition. Is your furry friend feeling sluggish and unsatisfied with their current dog food? Upgrade their dining experience with Pup Labs, the captivating and nutritious dog food brand that will have your pet begging for more. Their carefully crafted dog food is made with real meat and vegetables to provide your pet with the essential nutrients they need to thrive. And with no harmful additives or preservatives, you can trust that your furry friend is getting the best possible nutrition. But Pup Labs is more than just a nutritious meal. They're a brand that's dedicated to raising awareness about proper pet nutrition and the impact it has on their overall health and well-being. Join them in the movement for better pet health and give your furry friend the dining experience they deserve. Try Pup Labs today and see the captivating difference for yourself. Check the link in the bio. He was given his private accommodations in the furniture store's basement, and they made care to keep him active by bringing him to the beach often. Imagine going for a swim in the UK and then all of a sudden seeing a lion heading towards you. It's a fairly amusing thought to consider today, but after Christian had been alive for a few years, the 2 men realized that their living arrangement wasn't suitable for the demands of the lion. He was not only developing into a huge and stunning adult, but the price of feeding him was skyrocketing. You may have seen the size of the animal lions kill if you ever seen wildlife TV shows, so you can probably picture the type of check they might run up at the butcher shop each week. Soon after, Randall and Burke began to doubt the wisdom of keeping Christian in the shop. They met George Adamson and his wife Joy, who had previously appeared in a movie based on the true tale of an orphan lion who was reared into maturity and then released into the wild by a man. The pair persuaded Randall and Burke to contact George and Joy, who were engaged in conservation work and specifically interested in lion care. The 4 of them got together, and it was determined that George and Joy would be in charge of reintroducing Christian to the Kenyan wilderness, where he belonged. There was numerous catastrophes on the voyage into the woods. The Adamsons had tried to form a pride with Christian and 2 other lions, but one of them was killed by crocodiles, and the other lion regrettably had to be put down when he attacked one of Adamson's reserve employees. Christian, however, managed to live, and it was judged that he was prepared to be released into the wild to exist on his own after several months. After Christian's official introduction back into the wild, his original owners made a trip to Kenya to observe him there. Randall and Burke still felt a strong attachment to their previous pet and wanted to test whether he would recognize them when they located him. Even though they had been warned that Christian may not remember them, they were ecstatic to see him with 2 lionesses and a cub in a scene that has since become well known worldwide. Christian approaches the guys cautiously at first, but as soon as he recognizes them, he leaps excitedly into their arms, rubbing against their cheeks in a way that can only be described as a lion hug. The fact that the video has received millions of views is proof that it is one of the most heartwarming depictions of an animal-human bond. Christian eventually rose to the position of pride leader and raised a variety of cubs. He expanded more and grew a stunning mane. He was never forgotten by Randall and Burke, and they returned a few years later for another rendezvous. After Christian went back into the wild, there's been a lot of media coverage of the case, including multiple news pieces, a feature-length documentary, as well as an adult and kids book. Christian got to spend the remainder of his days where he belonged, out in the wild, surrounded by his pride. Even if it is unknown precisely where he ended up, it's only satisfying when an animal's captivity is broken. Well, Raju's story is somewhat different though, which we are going to share with you next. But before that, subscribe to this channel and listen to more fascinating true stories about human-animal relationships, and turn on the notification bell to get notified of our uploads. While Raju's exact beginnings are unknown, it is probable that he was born and lived his early years in a natural environment with his family. Raju was born somewhere in India close to 60 years ago. Elephants are highly sociable creatures that move in herds and are devoted to and protective of their own. Yet, Raju's family life was not what fate had in store for him. Instead, he was about to encounter something far more horrible. Raju didn't have much time to live before being taken away to serve as an attraction and coerced into a life of the exhibition. His owners used elephant rights to gain financial gain at the price of his freedom, and it is wrong to utilize any animal for human pleasure. The confinement of Raju was extremely severe. Every time he took a step, the sharp spikes on his perpetual shackles would push at the bottom of his legs. Do you also have to put your dog chained because it causes chaos at your home? Chewing up your favorite shoes or barking at all hours of the night? It's time to bring order to the chaos and unleash your dog's full potential with brain training for dogs. Their revolutionary program is designed to unlock your dog's hidden cognitive abilities, resulting in a calmer, more obedient pet. With brain training for dogs, you'll be amazed at how quickly your pet responds to your commands. Their expert trainers provide personalized attention, ensuring that your dog's individual needs are met. Say goodbye to frustration and hello to a happy, well-behaved dog. Sign up for brain training for dogs today and start enjoying the benefits of a smarter, more obedient pet. Check the link in the bio. Raju was also emaciated and weak since he was fed little and often spanked to force him to follow directions. Poor Raju underwent this kind of torture for 50 long years, which is virtually an elephant's whole existence. Even a few days of such treatment would be unbearably terrible for any creature. The situation seemed to be hopeless, and Raju probably had no more confidence in people. He was frequently moved to new owners in addition to being repeatedly prodded by strangers who wanted to ride him or take pictures of him. Almost everyone treated Raju with the same icy disrespect and violence during the 50 years that he was used as a moneymaker. A better life seemed unattainable, but something extraordinary then transpired. As soon as Wildlife SOS, an animal rescue organization in India, learned of Raju's situation, people all over the world expressed a desire to assist in rescuing Raju. On July 4, 2014, numerous volunteers stepped in to release the elephant from his shackles and guide him toward a new life. This brave action was known as Raju's Rescue. Raju was soon headed towards his new life as a free elephant after his captors unsuccessfully attempted to halt the rescue mission. At Wildlife SOS, Raju now enjoys a tranquil existence full of affection and goodies, while also getting pain-relieving baths and topical medications. He adores watermelon as a snack and takes mud baths. He also consumes dates, sugar cane, and other delectable delights. Raju has spent most of his life in captivity. Thus, returning him to the wild would be impossible since he lacks the survival skills and herd to join. Yet, Raju's caretaker tries to maintain his life as regular as possible. Since then, all of his contacts with people have been friendly and compassionate. He still roams, bathes, and plays like a typical elephant. In Raju's life, there are no longer any whips or chains. Raju may not survive for very long, but at least he had some time to spend in a caring environment, and we can all rest easy knowing that he will spend his last days in peace. Raju's tale serves as a lesson to do your homework before seeing strange animals. It might be tempting to get close to them, but keep in mind that these creatures need a caring environment, since they were created to live in the wild. Have you ever adopted an animal in need or been a part of an animal rescue organization? Tell us about the time you saved an animal. It's always so pleasant to hear such heartwarming tales, and let's face it, these days we all need a little bit more love in the world. Please give your pet a hug from all of us if you have one. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any updates. Thanks for watching and see you soon.